Blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, thus is your brother Dan Moses or say your Sakodie of TRC Ghana, coming to you with the continuation of the exposés Testimony New World Disorder on this 1st of September 2021, Friday. But before we begin, may I say to us, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Nganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, to San Senor, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, o Sano Dezua, Mkwang de Hena, Mitash, Duburo, Pezado, Vat, Bine I Vinit, Barigalus, Vita Ichi, are you born? Dobredoya, welcome, Estan, Hozot, Walang, Anuman, bienvenue, bienvenido, namaste, swaditam, kush, amadid, Baruch, haba, marhaba, wanyong haminida, wanying nyejeko, anime nyejeko, we zolo novio mia wezo, akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. Testimony New World Disorder, as we already know, is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, global helplessness, delusion, and lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for the human race, and yet they have chosen to deal with us so diabolically, having brought humanity and the nations of the world into this total global helplessness. But we are most grateful to God that at no point in time has God ever lost control of the human race and the universe to men or to Satan. No, God is always in control. So we can rejoice and rejoice again in spite of what fellow human beings are doing to the human race. Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. We have seen expose part 1. The part 1, I would say again, that was recorded on the 29th of September 2021, Wednesday, 29th of September 2021. That is Wednesday night. And I had emphasized that the Ghana Embassy, the terror network of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo, the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo, the FBI, the Montgomery County Police, the coward secret killers, the operators of this secret terror cell of this home, they all have access to it through information sharing, the cyber attack of my hacking of my laptop and my internet, my laptop, my electronic devices. So we should get that understanding. Between the 29th of September and this 29th of September and this 1st of October. This expose is being recorded on the 1st of October. Sorry, 1st of October, not the 1st of September. Between the 29th of September and 1st of October, Wednesday and this Friday, the coward secret killers, the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo, operating from the Ghana Embassy, the FBI, the Montgomery County Police, they are all colluding and finding means to cover up for damage control to the expose part 1, which we have seen. But we are not moved. For just so you know, on that same 29th of September, when I recorded the expose, I had to transmit some WhatsApp messages, another expose to Ghana, to a very trusted friend. And right thereafter, because the terror network of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo, the FBI, Montgomery County Police cannot contain the shame therein, immediately they had to cyber attack my cell phone and render it totally dysfunctional. They are preventing me from ever being able to use the phone. So they have totally rendered the phone dysfunctional. Um, when I turn it on, they shut it off immediately. So I could, if I cannot talk on the phone. Um, Once a while, if I turn it on and I'm able to transmit like WhatsApp message once a while, but they have rendered the phone totally dysfunctional. But God is in control. Besides that, that same the on Thursday, I had to Thursday night I have to be on a night shift, and I got off this morning, and the same terror network of Nana Addo Akufo, the FBI, in taking over the company where I work for, had to totally infiltrate the company with a prime agent of theirs that they are using for the crime covering agenda by name Rihanna, the manager. Uh, they were doing everything they could to even prevent me from coming home to come record this expose because they were anticipating that the part two will be coming. Um, they have hacked into the company's database and they run the company behind the scene. We shall go into that. This morning there was total invasion of the company by the agents of the FBI, the terror network members of Nana Addo Akufo, all because of the expose that. But this is just the beginning. If they are worried and they cannot um, stand what they have heard or seen in uh, uh, expose part one because they have access to it before. They had access to it before we getting access. It being officially posted here. If they cannot endure it, then God wants to announce to them that that is just an iota of what is to come. So uh, they would have to face the consequence of what they have done to humanity, what they have done to the precious blood of my people, Ghana, what they have done to the precious blood of the innocent of the nations of the world. So we are not moved at all. They try to keep me on the job and not let me come home after a whole night job, but night work. But God, by the grace of God, we are still here recording. So, Aquaba to the program testimony. New World Disorder. This is part two, and it shall be what to do. After this part two, we shall see also part three. The part three shall be uh, the same expose on the bloody image of my chopped finger, where I want us to reflect on that we be guided. That this was the evil by the Ghana Embassy, the Germantown, Montgomery County Police, the FBI, using the company that they used to orchestrate for the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. Um, that killing was executed in Ghana at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. We shall expose it totally, but um, the whole orchestration was in the US, and before that, they had to chop off my finger just like they did Jerry John Rawlings when he surfaced in Ghana for the very first time. So um, we shall see the bloody. Let's reflect on it. How is it possible for such heinous evils to be done in the 21st century to a member of the human race in America, and yet the law is paying blind to it, and the lawlessness have continued, and my people continue to be killed. How is this possible? So let's watch that expose. That we get to know Ghana, we get to know that um, the chopping off of my finger is just an iota of the evils that the Ghana embassy, Washington DC, have done. The cowardly secret killing of our people, colluding with forces in America and the new terrorists of Nana Dankwa, killing our people in secrecy, just because of this US undercover agent. We shall get into all that. So we should watch the part 3 as well and reflect on it, so that the exposés that come thereafter, we can say that yes, we need to come out with those exposés that the world get to know, that America get to know, Ghana get to know. There's evil that is being done to the human race. Forget about the pointing of fingers against China, Russia. Forget about that. Forget about the wrangling of between China, US. Forget about that. The source of the global evil is the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo and sticks in wicked minds in America. They are doing this to the world. They are doing that. All that we hear about pointing of fingers against each other, China, US wrangling, Russia, forget about that. They are all diversionary tactics. So, Aquaba to the program testimony, humanity and the nations of the world. Let's go to what to do. What to do is, you see, there are some in the human world, some in my nation, some at the Ghana Embassy in Washington, D.C., some members of the human race who who glory in so much evil and have they consider themselves as the custodians of life. So they have the power to deny their fellow human being their right to life, decide to kill whoever they want to kill, and they do it that no law applies to them. They are the people I call the new terrorists who are troubling America, troubling Ghana, troubling humanity and the nations of the world. They decide to kill, their job is to kill, steal, and destroy. And they don't care whoever they decide to come at you. They come and they destroy. We are going to hear what to do about these evil minds. Let's go to the book of Exodus. I read from Exodus 14. I'm going to read to us about a scripture which has to do with the crowning of the handiworks of God on his people, the Hebrews, when he has performed all kinds of miracles upon miracles in Egypt to let Pharaoh know that you don't own the life of the Hebrew. You don't own the people you call them slaves. You don't own the people that you are destroying them. You don't own their life. He, God, owns their life. And the evil of King Pharaoh against his people has come to epical proportion. And God says, enough is enough. God, at the point, upon all the miracle, frogs, flies, the death of animal, hails, brimstone and hails, fire, rain, all kinds of plagues. Eventually, God had to take a stand and announce to Pharaoh, announce to his people, the Hebrews, that now I am going to kill your enemies. That's what I'm going to do. And let's see how tactical God announced it. That now it is no longer plague. It is no longer flies. It is no longer the firstborn of the Egyptian that are. We have gone past that. God was announcing to his people that now I am going to kill your enemies and free you. Let's see how God did it. Exodus chapter 14, verse 1 downwards. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they may turn and encamp before Pihahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, and over against Baal Zephon, before it ye shall encamp by the sea. For Pharaoh would say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land. The wilderness has shut them in. This was after Pharaoh had let the Hebrews go. He decided to go after them to destroy them again. So let's read. And this is God speaking, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled. And the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people. And he said, Why have we done this? That we have let Israel go from serving us. Why have we done this? And he made ready his chariots and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and the captains over every one of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with an high hand, but the Egyptians pursued after them, all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen, and his army, and overtook them, encamping by the sea, beside Pihahiroth, before Baal-zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were so afraid. They were afraid. And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, and they said unto Moses, Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt? And difficulty started. When they started facing difficulty, they forgot all that the Lord has done. And they started desiring servitude and slavery one more time. It's not just the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians, for it had been better for us. For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. Do you hear that? And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he shall show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, Ye shall see them again, no more forever. Ye shall see them again, no more forever. Let's underline it. No more forever. 14. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. I'll take the 14 again. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. The family of Ebon, the family of Kaba, Ghana, the family of His Excellency John Evans Fifiata Mills, the family of His Excellency Pakwesi Emisata, the family of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, the family of Reverend Dr. David Nabemado, Assemblies of God Church, Tema Committee 4, the family of Nana Daniel Opoku Eje, my precious uncle, the family of my father, my family, Nana Edubofo Jan, the family of the June 3rd, 2015 cowardly secret terror twin bombing at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, the family of the secret terror of the breaking down of the Melcom building, November the 7th, 2012. Some believe in chariots, others believe in horses, but we believe in the name of the Lord. Do not go carry unto yourselves the weapons of men and go seek revenge against the killers of your people. Some of you, they have killed your father. Some, they have killed your mother. Some, they have killed your husband. Some, they have killed your wives. Some, they have killed your brothers. For me, they have killed my pastor. They have killed my president. They have killed my former president. They have killed my vice president. They have killed my reverend doctor, my pastor. They have killed my father. They have killed my uncle. They have killed all around me. But humanity and the nations of the world. In Exodus 14, something happened. God has had enough of the evil against his people. So he had to send his final notice through Moses to his children and let them know what is going to happen. He said to them in the 13th verse, and Moses said to the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he shall show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more. And then he added something. He added forever. Ye shall see them again no more forever. Now, when the plague of frogs had come, it ended after a few days. God took it out. When their animals were dying, God took it out. When the flies were invading their crop, invading the land, God took it out. So all those were temporary plagues. But at this point where God was telling his people through Moses that, listen, the Egyptians whom ye see today, you shall see them again no more. And then he added forever. He was telling them that, listen, I am going to kill the Egyptians. Those who rob you, those who destroy you, and those who kill you, enough of their evil. I have watched on in silence for far too long. I have shown them my handiworks to let them know that they are men and I am God. Yet they refuse to recognize you, my people, as human beings. And therefore, a time has come that I am going to kill them. That was God's announcement that God was speaking. God was not talking about, you see, humanity and the nations of the world. I want to announce to the family of Ebony, the family of Nana Daniel Obukwuji, my family, the family of Nana Ibufojan, the family of Reverend Dr. David Nabema, the family of Jerry John Rowling, the family of His Excellency Pakwesi Bisat, the family of His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atame was my father, my president, and my friend. The family of the innocent whose life has been taken. This is what to do. What to do is to know and understand that God's judgment is coming. The end of your killers, the killers of your people, is determined by God and it is coming. He is saying that there shall be no more, forever. There shall be no more forever. God is God the avenger, the avenging God who owns the entire human, who rules over the entire human race and creation. He is going to start avenging your people, your wife, your mother, your father, your brother, my children, the innocent whom the wicked have visited this evil upon all these years and have destroyed their lives. God is going to start killing the killers. Those that have sought money, you are at the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C. Your nation, your citizens labor so much, and their tax money is exchanged into dollars and sent to you. And yet, by greedy of gain, you still betrayed your nation and gave your people over to be killed. What we are doing is God would fight for the innocent whose people have been killed. And He's going to start avenging them. He's going to start avenging me. He's going to start avenging my father. He's going to start avenging my uncle. He's going to start avenging my father. He's going to start avenging my president. He's going to start avenging my Jerry John Lawrence. God is going to do that. That is says, he said, the assurance that God said I should give to you, that we understand that He is going to fight for us. He's going to kill the killer from this time forward. So fear not and just watch God contend through His creation, through the human race, in avenging the innocent upon the earth whose precious blood has been shed. So let your heart be at peace. Let them continue staying at the Washington, D.C. and seeking blood money at the expense of the blood of their own people of Ghana. I have sent you a very beautiful message. Every one of you who have taken even a penny from the US government, from anybody in regarding the killing of our people, sorry, you shall use the money in burying the dead. That is what God says. I have told you officially by writing. This I'm saying to the whole world. No bomb is involved in, no knife, no weapon is involved in this. The God of this book, He is coming to avenge His own. The killer shall be killed, and the innocent shall be set free. From this time forward, humanity and the nations of the world, we shall end here and continue next week, at least once every week. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We shall be going into the killing of the Haitian president. Who were the people who killed him? We shall know. You are being told about Colombia and wait. Wait. We shall know. Noble people of Haiti, your president was killed. By coward secret killers whose face shall be unveiled for the world to know. We can't have such a wicked world and people saying that there is no law. We invoke the supreme law, the laws of God, against the laws of men. That there be law in the human world. Humanity and the nations of the world. We shall end here. But know and understand that this doesn't take call on you to go take any knife, bombs, bullet. When the American people, when they said they had enough, you saw what they intended to do. That is not what we are calling for. We are announcing that there is an avenging God. And therefore, those who have been killing the Ghanaian people, who have killed my father, turned my auntie a widow, turned my mother a widow, put a garment of mourning, sorrow upon the church of God, community for assemblies of God, that we mourn forever. Your time has come. God, the avenger, is going to start avenging his own. It is no more forever. When God said that, there was no negotiation. There was no negotiation about that. It was final. No more forever. Humanity and the nations of the world. We shall continue in part 3. Just watch it. And then next week, you shall start receiving more. God bless you. God bless my whole Ghana. I'm wearing the coat of many colors, telling the US undercover agent that know ye no man after the flesh. I don't know her. She's a killer. That's it. God bless you.